We're back with another episode of Sit Down here. You got your host Ernest, we got Jordan, and today's guest, we got Mr. Do It All at Clemson, man. Linebacker safety for the Clemson Tigers, Wade Woodaz. Welcome to the show, baby.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, we definitely appreciate you hopping on. Been a lot of things in the background trying to get lined up, but we appreciate you hopping on, being in here. So we're just gonna get started. So I know we were talking a little bit off camera, just in terms of your journey. So just let us know just a little bit about your journey from high school, obviously being from Wesley Chapel, where we're from, and then going to Jesuit. And so just talk about a little bit about your up and coming in your early years of football.
How about that ring too, baby? I know you got it. I know you got it.
Yeah, it's in my room right now. I should go get it. But growing up, I grew up playing around Wesley Chapel. I played for the Wesley Chapel Cowboys my first year of tackle football. But I grew up playing at WCAA, which I don't know if y'all played there.
I know what you're talking about, though.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we didn't play there, though.
Yeah. And then I moved to South Pasco Predators when I was probably like 10, 11. And then I went to Carrollwood Day School for 8th and 9th grade, which a lot of people don't even know that.
I didn't know you.
I was going to say, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, my older sister, she graduated from there. But my parents, my dad, I don't know the exact reasoning, but I know nothing against Pasco County football, but Hillsborough County competition's a little stiffer, I would say.
Respect.
It is.
And then so I moved to Jesuit, which was the best decision of my life. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jesuit, without a doubt. And then obviously my brother, they weren't just thinking about me when they made that decision. They were thinking about my brother too. Yeah, and then Jesuit it's like iron sharpens iron. I know everybody thinks about the all boys, but it really, you compete in everything you do in the classroom and every sport you have there. I mean, we won 3 state championships in 3 different sports at Jesuit my senior year.
Jesuit was fine. I didn't go lie.
Yeah, so that just is a testament to how hard it is and how hard they force you to work there.
And so just talk about a little bit, because I know you mentioned that your dad was like, you're big on going to Hillsborough County for the competition. What was the point where you knew you wanted to take football serious? Was that middle school, or like you said, little league? Was that then when you knew you wanted to take it serious?
Well, growing up, it was always football or baseball. Because I played both of them. I didn't play baseball my senior year of high school, but I played both of them my entire life. And it was always I was gonna be a professional athlete in one of the two. And I would say the moment I really started, I obviously took them seriously when I was young, but I never completely focused on one because I loved them both. And my junior year, I got a few offers for baseball. I was getting recruited heavily for baseball. I got an offer from USF to go there, and then Long Beach State. And then I was talking to a few other big schools like
what position you played in baseball, bro?
I played third base. I'd say pitcher, but I wasn't really a pitcher. I was just a thrower. I just threw hard. But after my junior football season, that's when I got my first football offer, and I was free, 100% free, because in baseball is not, they have to do partial because they only get 11 and a half scholarships for 35 guys.
Oh, wow. Where
football, you get 85 scholarships or whatever it is. So that was my parents don't have to pay anything.
Thanks.
It's a no-brainer. And then after my senior year, or going into my senior year, is when I really was okay, football is what I want to do. And so that's when I started. I went to every camp imaginable, it seems like, and spent that whole summer just doing football. And then my senior year, I had a really good year, and that's when I blew up. I went from 4 offers to 30 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just talk about the transition, like Jesuit. Like what did they do? Like you talk about the competitive nature, but like what did they really do? And like explain some of your teammates that was on that championship team.
Um, every practice was live.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
it wasn't. They said thud, but like we were live. We were going to the ground every play. Like our little, it's not like considered fall camp in high school, but like when August starts and you don't have school yet, but you got
Yeah.
practice every day still,
Yeah.
and you're in full pads every day, and it's 110 degrees out. It feels like.
Yep.
Yeah, we'd be out there live going against. I don't know if you know like Junior Vandeross. He's at
Mhm.
Yep.
Toledo.
Toledo, balling out. Jaden Gerard, he's at Wake Forest. One of my good friends, Carter French, plays baseball at North Carolina, but he was a hell of a football player too.
Damn.
And then
So,
Joquez Smith, who's at Temple. Like all these dudes were on my team. Those were on the offense. That's what I was going against. And then I had Caleb Williams next to me, who's at Furman now playing safety. AJ Cottrell, who's played linebacker. He led the nation in tackles. Like I think
Mm.
I know our junior year he did. He had like 515 career tackles, something like that, something
Damn.
ridiculous. And then Troy Bowles, who's at
Dog.
Georgia now. Like we
Dog.
had dudes everywhere. So, and we compete against them in workouts. Like I'm trying to lift more than them.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to run faster than them during conditioning. And then when we go out and play against each other, like I'm trying to lay you out, whoever I'm. So
That's pretty cool.
like,
No, that's
And
like
just
really good, Jordan.
now, just talking about that team, where would you? Because I know you guys got the hardware too. You got the ring. Where would you rank that team amongst all the teams that came through Tampa previously? Because and not many who have that top from top to bottom that have that many athletes and the ring to go with it. So, where would you rank that team amongst
All right,
previous
here
teams?
it is.
I know. See, our coaching staff was at Armwood
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
back in the day, so I know Armwood had some teams like, but I'm biased. I'm number one. I think we're the best.
Ooh, respect.
Good answer. Good answer.
I mean, 15-0. We beat St. Thomas Aquinas. We beat
Mm.
Miami Northwestern. Like
Well, yeah, let's
we
talk
have the
about that,
resume.
man. Because
Y'all
people
better say
want to talk
talk
about
about that game.
people want to talk about Tampa, South Florida this, South Florida that, man. Don't Tampa team go down there and beat all them teams you just listed, man. But y'all did it. Y'all did it. So how did it feel when you beat all of them and finally did it, bro? Like what was that feeling at the end of the game? Well, the championship game.
That was that was the best feeling ever because the previous year, my junior year, we lost on a 49-yard field goal to end the game against American Heritage. We lost 16-13
Mm.
after we had played a great game defensively. We had like 5 picks.
Mm-hmm.
So it was absolute heartbreaker. And we carried that into the offseason. And a lot of people don't know this about the Aquinas game, but we were supposed to play Wharton that week. And we found out on Wednesday that they had like a COVID outbreak on their team. So they had to cancel the game. And we were like, it was week 2. We were like, all right, we're about to have a bye week 2. And our coach called the captains up. The captains at that time it was me, Caleb Williams, AJ on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then on offense, it was Joquez Smith, Traquan Alexander, who's at Rhode Island now. He plays O-line. And then Junior. And he called us up and he's like, I got a game for us. Like, it ain't going to be easy. And we're like, all right, whatever. I'll never forget it. It was the Wednesday. Our game was on Friday. It was Wednesday. It was pouring down rain, and we're out there practicing. We didn't even have a game yet. We're just out there practicing. And he's like, I got a game for us. It ain't gonna be easy. And we're like, who? He's like, St. Thomas Aquinas. And everybody just went, ooh.
Pressure. Yeah.
So
Pressure, smoke.
yeah. From that moment on, I didn't really care about school at that point. I was just watching film in class.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our Thursday walkthrough usually was not a walkthrough. It was intense.
Y'all going
And
hard before the game?
Wish I was doing
yeah,
on Thursday, man.
What?
we didn't have pads on, but we were out there sprinting. Doing like it was a regular practice. Like I was tired after.
Wow.
And going into that game, I remember telling, because we didn't have school that day. It was like I don't remember. We had the day off for some reason on the Friday, and I remember telling Caleb. Caleb came over to my house, and I was like, "We're just gonna have to accept the soreness. We just gotta sacrifice our body. I'm just gonna throw my body around." And that's what we all did. The entire team bought in, and when we beat them, we walked it off. Jaden Gerard caught a touchdown with like 9 seconds left or something, and we beat them. It was from that moment on we were like, all right, we can do this.
Was that the moment where you guys knew like you guys were going to win states, or like what was the moment you knew it was like, oh yeah, we can?
That was the moment.
Oof.
That was the moment for sure. Because they were what they were like number 5 in the country at that time, and we weren't ranked, and they had all these 4 and 5-star dudes on their team, and we just beat them. I was like, yeah, we got
what was the score?
24-21.
I was gonna say it came down to like the last play of the game, right? It was a 10.
Yeah, it was at our field. It was pouring down rain the entire game. Pouring rain. It was the sun showers where it's sunny and it was like the sun was out, but it was pouring rain the entire time.
Bro, that'd be the most humid, muggy condition ever. Bro, that thing making you feel the steam coming from your pads.
Yeah. None of us had gloves on. Like no one on the field had gloves on. It was straight like dirt, like grimy, getting after it. Physical.
The thing is, y'all got turf though, so at least y'all ain't have grass.
Right.
Exactly. We had something like that, bro. The whole field is cooked, bro. The whole field is.
I remember going to y'all's games when y'all were in high school and I was in middle school, and just seeing how muddy the grass was all the time.
Horrible. But we just talked about that senior year because I know you mentioned that you started off under recruited. First question, why do you feel like you were under recruited? And the second thing is like, what was that moment like where like you knew like, oh no, I'm a high level prospect?
One of the reasons I feel like I was under recruited was because of COVID. So COVID took away my sophomore spring, which the springtime is when a lot of coaches roll through. And then my junior year, coaches couldn't travel. So zero college coaches came to any of my games. Wow. And then I played baseball in the spring of my junior year. And I was playing summer baseball, so I didn't get to go to any camps or anything. Mm-hmm. And then also, like, if I'm gonna be honest, like I wasn't very good. Like I've always been athletic, but I had just hit my growth spurt. I was like 6'3", 180, like just long arms and legs, goofy. Didn't know how to like run yet. And then I finally grew into my body and I got a lot bigger. I gained like 30 pounds.
That's up.
Your highlights crazy. Your highlight film was crazy.
Right now I fluctuate from like 228 or 230. So.
Ooh, yeah, I know what you're trying to get into, Ernst. We're gonna go into it. So obviously, with your decision being Clemson, what other schools may have got you, or what other schools were you looking at before obviously signing with Clemson?
I took an official visit to Utah, and I took an official visit to Louisville. But Clemson has always just been different.
Man, what did Dabo do to get you, bro? I'm trying to hear it, man. You talking they different. What Dabo do?
He didn't have to do anything to get me. It's like just growing up and seeing Clemson, and then they come and recruit me. It was like it felt surreal.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
They didn't really have to sell me on anything. I was sold by the time I got the DM on Twitter. So
He said it's over with the DM.
yeah,
I tell you what,
I'll
Wade.
never.
You
I
go.
was on the plane ride home from my official visit at Louisville, and Coach Venables, who was the DC at the time,
Mm-hmm.
who's now the head coach at Oklahoma, he DM'd me on Twitter and was like, "What's up, big man? Love your film. Love to get you up here." And I was like, look, I was sitting next to my dad, and I was like, "There's no way. There's no way."
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, I was watching some of the highlights before this game. I've actually seen some Clemson games this year, so I've seen you play live, so I know like what you're capable of. So the way they use you is just how they use Isaiah Simmons back in the day, bro. So how does that go about? Like how do they tell you like, oh, this is how we gonna use you here, and everywhere? How did I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It really started with, first of all, just learning one position. So I
Yeah.
started just learning the Sam in our defense.
Uh-huh.
Um, but now I know all three backer positions. And then obviously we have different packages. So, and like the ACC championship, my freshman year is when I started at safety.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say they don't really like say we're going to use you like that. It's more just knowing the position and then being able to be plugged in to where you are and
gotcha.
where they need you. If you get what I'm saying.
So I get what you're saying. So
Out of high school,
would you say like what position do you prefer position over another one, or it's all the same to you?
I don't prefer a position. I just like playing.
Okay, cool.
did you kind of have it in your mind? Because I know, like in high school, you were in the box, but you were a safety as well. So did you kind of have it in your mind that they were going to recruit you as like that Sam backer and may have the potential to play both going into? Like, was that like in the recruiting talks?
Yeah, he told me that when I was getting recruited that I was probably going to transition to backer, but their linebackers do multiple things for them. So
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. That's what's
yeah,
That's just a Clemson thing. Be able to do everything.
up.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then going into your freshman year, obviously you had a lot of buzz like your fall camp freshman year. I know Dabo said a lot of good things about you. What was that moment in college like we was like, oh no, this is different. This is not high school no more. Did you have like a welcome to college or like a humble moment where it's like, oh, like I gotta get right?
Oh yeah. So we do this thing called W drill. It's like it's like block destruction. You know, when the running backs, you got the three levels, and the
Mm-hmm.
running back runs, and you got to defeat the block.
Yep.
So it was fall camp my freshman year, and I was paired up against a 6-year senior tight end. He's 24, and I'm 18. I'm still like 205 pounds at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and he straight dogged me, and I was like, boy, I'm gonna have to figure something out.
Over with.
The first time he didn't get me on my back, but I definitely was drove back for sure. He had control of me for sure. I'm not gonna lie, but that was the moment where I was like, yeah, this is a little different than high school. So.
Definitely, man. The next thing is so y'all, this season didn't go how y'all would have wanted it to go. So what would you say like we're into that? Because a lot of y'all games were close games. A lot of them were close games. Cause y'all had Florida State at y'all place. Y'all easily could have won that game. Easily could have won that game. So just talk about what you're looking forward to for yourself this season and the team. Like what are some of your goals?
As a team, just redemption. I feel like everybody has been counting us out and hating on us, saying that we're trash and whatnot, whatever. Just to get our get back, pretty much.
Okay.
The hunger. If you get like
No,
it's
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know.
yeah, yeah. It's been we've been just keep fueling the fire. Just keep fueling the fire. It's going to come to fruition one day.
And I feel like that's how like the off season is too. Like I feel like the off season after a bad year is always worse because
Right.
like the longer you are during the off season, the more you got to hear about this stuff. Like
Yeah.
you just want to get ready. But I
Exactly.
talk about that too. And another big thing going into the year with Dabo, I know he's been having a lot of people in his ear, but even with his success, just talk about Dabo as a coach and how he's got y'all ready and fired up for next year.
I love him as a coach. He's brutally honest, which is that's the best thing out of a coach. He's going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. So you always know what you're going to get, and everything that he is on the outside is what he is as a person, up close and personal. He doesn't change, whoever he's talking to, whether he's talking to ESPN or he's talking to me in his office. He's the same person, which that's one of the best traits you can have. And his ability to like inspire you to change and stay focused it's unreal. I I don't know what else to say about him. I mean, just like, and he will challenge you as a man to not only as a football player, but as a man to grow and mature. And that's one of his selling points of Clemson is that we're going to develop you into a man who's equipped and ready for the real world. You're not just going to be a football player here. You're going to be a man. So.
Nah, that's big. And I know that I feel like that's a similarity at Penn State with Coach Franklin. Because at the end of the day, yeah, football is their job and football is the reason you're here. But it's so much other stuff that goes into football. Yeah. There's so much stuff that goes into instilling stuff in you that like by the time like you leave, because as you know, probably not everybody in your locker room even has goals of going to the NFL. Like obviously there's people who want to do their own thing. So it's all about how they develop you and like what things that you're taking there and implementing that into whatever you do after that. So now I respect that. It's not really too much to say with guys like that, but I feel like a few words are the loudest ones. So I definitely respect for Dabo for that.
For sure.
Hey, Wade, man. So like you said, we was talking about that get back, man. You know, I ain't gonna say the song, but you know what song I'm talking about. I know the song you be playing all year. But just talk about one game you really like, especially got circled. You want to get them back for last year.
That's a good one, man. Woo!
Honestly, I want everybody like
okay.
Just because one game isn't every game. You should take every game. Coach Sweeney always talks about it. You should take every game as seriously as the national championship. Like our spring practice today, you got to approach it with the same intensity as the national championship. So I want to win every game. Obviously, I want to go. I guess it's 17-0 now. It's not 15-0 because the whole playoff thing. But yeah, I just want to put the world on notice and show everybody that it's not Clemson's dynasty is over. Like, nah.
You say Clemson's still here, huh? We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you. And that even touching on the playoff, I know Ern wanted to mention something about the playoff. He was waiting to get that question off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I was waiting for you. So since you're in it, man, you really have your perspective's important. So since the 12-team playoffs coming up this year, how do you feel about it? Do you like it? Are you looking forward to what are your thoughts about the 12-team playoff?
To be honest, I haven't really given much thought into it just because like if you handle business, then you're gonna be where you're supposed to be. Thanks. But I think I like it though, because obviously you can have things that happened like this year with Florida State, and then I feel like there's so much more. It's a lot harder with just 4 teams, and you can see new faces in the playoff now. Where that never really used to happen. Like I remember a couple years ago when Cincinnati got in, it was like everybody's like, "Whoa, that's new." You know what I'm saying? So,
thanks. And even with you being obviously a football player at Clemson, but seeing like something like that happen at Florida State, do you feel like Florida State should have got in, or like in all honesty, like when you go back and like look at like their situation and seeing them not as good of a team, but like seeing their resume in the ACC in your same conference and them go undefeated, do you feel they should have been in?
See, I definitely think that they had all the boxes checked, but like, were they the best team
At that time, yeah, too.
at that time? Probably not. That's how I feel about
Thank
it.
you. I was trying to tell people that too, but I'm glad somebody else said it.
Yeah,
Because
like, I mean, I think Alabama would have beat Florida State at that time. So
I think they would have smashed it personally, but
Nah. And another thing, I know Ern touched on the playoffs that's going to be coming next year. A new college football game going to be coming up too. Were you a big college football NCAA guy when you was younger?
No, I've never really played video games. I never really played them growing up, but I just recently bought a PS5, so I started playing video games now.
Y'all playing now for the game. You got to be at least playing a couple games. Dog.
Yeah, I started playing Call of Duty. So.
Oh, that's what's up.
Nice?
What's up?
Are you nice?
I'm trying to figure it out.
You gotta get carried for now. Okay, respect. We gonna get right. Get right.
Hey, wait. So did you opt into the game, and what you doing with your 600, bro? I mean, you ain't gotta tell us. You ain't gotta tell us.
Yeah, no, I opted into the game. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that money. I'll just save it.
As a smart man.
Respect, smart man. And I gotta ask, just from your opinion, your perspective, you can go offense or defense. I need your Mount Rushmore of Clemson players.
Any position.
Any position.
Should we break it up? Should we do an offense and a defense, or should we just do 4?
I think do 4 best Clemson players.
They got some dogs now. It's some people. They got some dogs.
Yeah, there's so many. That's tough. I feel like I would have to go. You could do. You could do like 4 quarterbacks alone.
That's what I'm saying. Should we do 4 offense, 4 defense? Would that be easier?
Yeah, that'd be easier.
All right. Let's
rock up. So 4 offense, I gotta go Taj Boyd.
He knows his ball.
I gotta go Taj Boyd. Obviously, I'm gonna go Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence because they both have national championship. Number 4 is hard.
Yeah.
I think Travis Etienne.
Yeah,
just because the all-time ACC rushing leader, I think. I'm pretty sure he still has that record.
You can't go wrong.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Defensively, I'm going to go Christian Wilkins.
Dog.
Ben Boulware.
Okay.
Dog.
Isaiah Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Think of one more. Trying to think of a secondary guy.
Shoot. AJ Terrell.
Yeah, AJ Terrell. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go.
That's a dog. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you was about to say D-Hop or Sammy Watkins in your list. Travis. That's fired up. Can't go wrong with it.
It's tough.
I got too many.
Y'all had that. I forgot what linebacker was at Clemson, but he smashed Justin Fields in the playoff game. I forgot what.
Jamie Skowski.
Yeah, smashed.
He's coaching at Oklahoma now.
That's what's
up. Oh, with Venables?
Yeah.
What's. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good list, though. That's a good list.
There's so many.
Now I ain't gonna lie. We gotta put you back on the spot. So if you have to start bench and cut between Trevor, Deshaun, and Taj Boyd, who's it gonna be? Taj Boyd was a dog.
He was like that.
I know.
Oh. I'm starting to think about all these Clemson players. Y'all had CJ Spiller too.
Yeah, he's a coach here now.
Oh, that's what's up.
He coaches the running backs now. Start bench cut. Todd is my boy, so I hope he'll understand. But I'm gonna have to cut him. And then I think I think bench Deshaun, start Trevor. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm not mad at that. Taco Man. That's a great list too.
It is.
Oh,
I mean, you can't go wrong.
you
Nah,
can't.
they both brought one home though.
And that
Exactly.
boy Deshaun got one done at Ray J, though, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He did. He did.
That's another thing too. You were part of the list of like that pipeline, that Tampa Bay area, the Clemson pipeline. Talk about those other people, because I know by the time we're there in college, you're probably still like middle school, like with Ray McLeod, Deion Kane, Tay Scott. Like, talk about being a part of like those list of names. Obviously, Ray was in the Super Bowl. Deion Kane, Tampa legend, dog.
Right.
Talk about that pipeline.
I mean, I'd say I'm in great company with them. But growing up and always hearing about them, my dad would always say, "Oh, he's from Tampa," and obviously, I know Kobe. Kobe's one of my better friends, and I grew up playing with Kobe. I played against him, and then we played on seven on seven together when we were probably 12 or 13, and then played together at Team Tampa too. But just being one of those names now it feels weird because I always remember being that kid looking up to them, and now it's like the roles reversed. Now kids are looking up to me, saying, "Oh, he's from Tampa," which is it's a cool feeling though.
I got a special story for you, but we talked about it a little bit off camera, but I wanted this to get on, on the record, So, my friend Noah Bigelow, with the Pitt corner, Jordan, Star Tampa corner, Gaither, Bowling Green now. They was out there at your neck of the woods, man, Selection and Oaks. Y'all just playing football. I was supposed to be there that day. I forgot why I wasn't there, but I was supposed to be there. But they told me I was out there playing football, man. Yeah, you would know I was out there on the outside, one-on-one. And you up top, no, man. He still talking about this to this day. I remember he called me after. He's like, "Bro, you won't believe it, bro. This dude jumped right over me, just took the ball right out of my head. Like, I couldn't believe it, bro. It ain't never happened to me before, bro." So just talk about that story. First of all, validate it's true first, and then let me know what your thoughts was going on.
Yeah, that's true. I in that moment, because I remember him and Jordan. I don't remember if Noah was committed at the time, but I know he was getting recruited.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember, that might have been my sophomore year of high school, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I played defense, so I was out there just messing around.
That's a flex.
And it was my friend, one of my best friends from growing up. We had kindergarten together. He played quarterback in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was out on the outside, threw it up and up top, and that's when I was like, I can play. These dudes are getting recruited. I could get recruited. And I remember, I think I caught more. I'm pretty sure I caught more than one on Noah. I'm not gonna lie.
One was really bad. He called me right after. That's all. He called me right after that. So
no, I was acting.
Get it.
I caught 3 on him. I remember it for sure.
he keep it receipt.
Hey, no, come on. Hey, Deuce. Get back. You need to get back.
Nah. Respect to Noah though. He's out there grinding. And I remember after that moment, Jordan was trying to come after me when I was on defense, but
yeah,
I held my own. And
he had to get it. He couldn't let you do my dog. He couldn't let him do you. He had to try.
He had to get it back in blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good moment. That was fun. Shout out to them.
Yeah, that's one thing. So so I go to FAMU. I don't know if you do that or not, but that's right across the street from FSU.
Right.
And so they came to y'all place this year. So y'all coming to Dope this year, man. So I'm gonna be at that game. I'm a bandwagon college, so I really don't care about college. So if you come to Clemson, I'll be. Hey, that's my dog. That's my guy. Hey, man, that's my guy. So you know what I'm saying. So hey, I can't wait for that game. I'll be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one for sure.
And then just talking about a little bit about Noah and Jordan, all the players in Tampa area. Who do you feel like was the best player that you've ever seen, in person, growing up, or like the best player like you played against, or like one of your teammates? You were like, oh yeah, he's on another level.
There's two that come to my mind. Junior Vandeross, who I played with, and Xavier Townsend, who's at
Oh,
UCF.
Berkeley.
Yeah, I played it. They were on the same Little League team. They were on the same team.
Were they with the Colts?
Yeah, they played with the Colts, and I played against them. When I was like, it was my last Pop Warner game ever before high school.
Mm.
Yeah, and I played against them, and they destroyed us.
I ain't gonna lie. He played against Wiregrass in the spring game.
Crazy, bro. That's crazy.
So,
yeah.
Xavier Townsend, because I didn't really hear too much about him. They were saying like he's good and everything. And he wore 3. I know when I was elementary, middle school, Nelson Aguilar had wore 3.
Right.
So I thought like it was like a 3 thing. Whoever like Berkeley wearing 3, you got to be him, bro. They said this dude nice. I'm like, all right. He on their sideline. I'm on our sideline. He put his foot in the dirt, one cut, and I heard it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like people are like, when I was a sports fan, they're not really in the concept. If you put your foot in the dirt so hard, like you hear it out of the touchdown, I was like, oh yeah, he the truth. And then now see what he doing as a freshman at UCF. Nah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, nah, he's a real deal. And we played against them my junior year. We played against Berkeley. We beat them, but X had 2 touchdowns, so he's the real deal.
Nah, he definitely a problem for sure. So we appreciate you sharing that. And so we like to get into this segment for all of our guests that we have on the show. A little speed round, rapid fire questions. So we're gonna ask you a whole bunch of rapid fire questions. Just answer to the best of your ability. If you have any questions about the question, just take it however you interpret it in your mind. All right. First one, put you on the spot. If you had to go back to any game that you ever played in, football, baseball, anything, any year, what game would it be and why?
St. Thomas Aquinas. Because it was a big game. We won, and that was my best game ever. I had 18 tackles at free safety. So.
Hey, we're going to have to drop the clip for that. I ain't going to lie. Who's your favorite all-time Clemson player besides yourself?
Isaiah Simmons.
Ooh! If you could rock any jersey number, what would you pick, or would you keep your own?
I'd keep my own.
Ooh, the 17?
Yeah.
Hey, I know you used to rock the 4. You want to go back to 4 if they presented it to you?
Honestly, I don't think I could anymore. I feel like I've made a name with my number, and my dad wore it in college, and now my sister wears it too.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's a family number now.
Yeah.
And so I know we had favorite video game of all time. You say you didn't play video games though, right?
I played video games. I just wasn't like a gamer, if you get what I'm saying.
So best video game of all time.
Best or my favorite?
Either one.
All right, my favorite is probably Madden 25.
Okay.
Madden 25 was like that.
Yeah.
Didn't that have like the option, like we could have like the kind of like the 3-on-3 joint before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
ain't gonna lie. That was a fire game. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they need to bring it back.
They had like all the Hall of Fame packages and all that. With all so you could go play with like a Legends team.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. Madden 25 kind of slipped on. Okay. Who your go-to pregame artist? Like if you have to listen to one artist pregame, who you listen to?
NBA Youngboy.
What you listening to? Okay, what's your go-to song or top 3?
I got a whole playlist. I like Father, which is kind of recently.
Okay.
Solar Eclipse, and then probably like Dirty Stick or Beam Effect.
Dirty. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shut up, hold up. I ain't even gonna pull it up. I was just looking at the car, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Okay, respect. I ain't gonna lie. He might be my new favorite player in college right now. What's your favorite stadium outside of obviously your home stadium? What's the favorite stadium you ever played in, or best experience, best atmosphere?
Probably Mercedes-Benz. Played in
Ooh,
that my freshman year, first game freshman year. So that place is sick. NFL stadiums, the difference between NFL and college is crazy. Just like there's just so much more detail that's put into it. It's insane.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. That's a true statement. So would you rather have an interception or a sack?
Good question.
That is a good question. I'd say an interception. Because interceptions are game changing.
Shoot. Strip sack, forced fumble, third down.
I thought you just meant like a sack, but
oh, my bad. Forced like a strip sack, you know what I'm saying? Like sack, obviously ball coming out or get a pick, do something with it.
Come off the edge, you just tattooed the quarterback, bro. The ball pops in the air.
Out, ball out.
Yeah, strip sack for sure.
Yeah. Okay, respect. All right, so if you can only pick 5 jerseys, any sport, you can pick 5 jerseys to have in your man cave. Who is it gonna be?
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Derek Jeter.
Okay.
Tom Brady. I'm just gonna go. And then if there was like a Tiger Woods jersey, I would get that.
That's tough. I ain't gonna lie. I got some questions about that list. Though. I got some questions for the LeBron jersey. What team we were going? We going Heat? We going Cavs? We going Lakers? We going 6? We going 23? What we doing?
I think the Heat.
Ooh, this is good. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He my new favorite player. I'm not gonna lie. Heat 6, okay. Bet. If you had to pick a dream vacation spot, like after the year over, you get a free ticket to go anywhere you choose. Where you going?
I would say I want to go to Greece. I want to go to like that side of the world. I've never been over there and just experience it. And you ever see the pictures of like all the white buildings and the blue water?
Yeah.
Like where the water looks fake. That's where I want to go. I don't know where that is, but
hey, you be seeing they be saying when you on IG, bro, we have them reels like a place like Greece. That's how.
Yeah.
They made me in your mind, bro. No cap. I'm trying to go to Greece too.
I was about to say, shoot, we have to go over there. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, last one. Go athlete.
Go athlete. I feel like I gotta go Michael Jordan.
I thought we was rocking one. You might have to J.O. and Noah might still be happy. Okay, respect. Michael Jordan. Why you say Mike?
Just because I would say he's a GOAT competitor.
Okay.
There's a difference.
I respect that.
I'll give you that.
LeBron is a GOAT athlete. Like he's a unicorn. Mm-hmm. And with everything he's accomplished, like he's about to break. Did he break the scoring record, or is he about to break it?
He already broke the scoring record.
He's about to break 40,000 points.
Yeah, he just hit 40K. I think the other night,
which no one's ever done that ever. But competitor-wise, watching The Last Dance, I watched it like 3 times, and Michael Jordan's mentality of like I'm going to attack you is like he's the GOAT.
Yeah,
I
respect that too. So,
actually, one last thing, because obviously you were living in the space with NIL and all that. If you could have one NIL deal that you don't have, you could be sponsored or endorsed by any brand or company, who would it be?
Probably Lululemon.
Well, that's a popular choice. Everyone like that. Okay.
Their clothes are just next level.
Yeah.
I love their clothes.
Ern be rocking the Lulu. Ern, what Lulu?
I need something. They need to send some.
They got like a whole bunch of athletic wear, headbands. Stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot of different stuff. They have obviously stuff you can work out in, and then they have like some little style stuff too. Like I got this hoodie. Okay. Yeah, they got some. They have really nice clothes. That's why.
That's
Absolutely. That's what, man.
For real.
get that way to get at us too. Get out of the sit down pod. I feel like we can win from this.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nah, we appreciate you hopping on, bro. Appreciate you chopping it up with us for a little bit. Big things to come for you this season. I know I'm gonna be watching.
Absolutely.
I know Ern gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
I'm gonna be at dope, bro. You think I'm playing? I'm really gonna be over there when y'all come here. Yeah, but big salute. Appreciate you being on the show. And that's gonna conclude this episode of the Sit Down. Y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.